Good morning, sir. We welcome you. Sir, good morning. This is Nisha Mathur. We welcome you, sir.
Good morning, madam. How are you all?
We are all good, sir. Sindhuri, madam.
Good morning, Krishna sir. This is Salome.
Good morning, madam. Able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are able to hear.
Good morning, my dear students and all the co-faculty members. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir. You are audible. Good morning, sir. Good morning, President, Vice President, and members of IIC and ED Cell. We welcome you all today's workshop. And today's workshop is on entrepreneurship skill, attitude, and behavior development. And Swapna is the host too, and Salome madam also. And I request Dr. P. Manjula now to introduce.
Thank you, madam. Good morning, all. I, Dr. P. Manjula, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, RBVRR Women's College. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce and welcome today's resource person, Sri Krishna Mettipati, sir, Manager Operations, Mauritech Limited. Sir obtained his graduation degree in Electronic Technology from Loyola Academy, Usmania University, PG MBA from Madras University in Operations Management, and PG DBMA from NMIMS in Business Management. Sir is a dynamic professional with nearly 15 years of rich and extensive experience in strategic planning and project management, operations management, process transitioning, and service delivery, customer service, and team management. Expertise in managing the overall operations with key focus on streamlining the working SLAs. SAR has many competencies, out of which I am mentioning few of them, lying, and that is Certified Six Sigma Green Belt by TCS and Certified Six Sigma Lean by TCS. Successfully completed Operations Manager certification in TCS, and SAR received honorary award from Loyola Academy in support providing the freelance placement services. Through this brief introduction, now I welcome you, sir, and I hand over the session to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. So, how are you all, guys? How is today? Good morning. I think you are all been muted, but still, good morning and welcome you all.
Sir.
So, we are here today. Hope all of you are able to see me. Good morning, and please be more lively for this particular session and make it more and more interactive. And wherever you feel that you need any support and help, please do not hesitate. Okay, with that quick introduction, I think madam has given a quick introduction, but just I just would like to add up a couple of things. I'm Sri Krishna. I held out around 20+ years of experience in IT enabled services, and I worked with various organizations like Sutherland, HCL, TCS, Verizon, and currently with Mauritech, heading the client services as senior manager operations. Okay, and I personally feel, this topic of entrepreneurship, it should be the blood and butter for everyone of, I would say even a 10 years old student should be an entrepreneur. And only then, as a country, as an organization, we would be more successful. How many of you agree with me? I wanted everyone to be part of this session, please. How many of you agree with me? You can please do not hesitate. If you want to stop, you have any things. Okay, so yeah, over to you guys.
Yes, girls, please answer. Sir, I think all of us would want to be, because our students are learning entrepreneurship development as one of the course. So
Okay. So that's interesting. Hope you people are able to see my screen.
yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
can.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before even proceeding further for into entrepreneurs, I have a couple of questions for you people. Okay, you can answer by chat or whatever it is. I'm keeping the chat window also open for you people to discuss or whatever it is. Okay, so now the question for you people is that, as an entrepreneur, given an opportunity, what is that you would like to do? What is that you would like to take up? Maybe I would request the moderator to just release the people so that people can start answering questions if any, and we can mute based on the need. Yeah, my dear students, come on, it's a question.
Lashia,
Anyone in the class? You have studied about entrepreneurship, correct?
yes.
So what exactly do you think that an entrepreneur is all about?
Bringing innovation,
Okay, is it bringing only innovation,
Creativity,
creativity? Okay, what more? Come on, what more?
idea generation,
Idea generation? Okay,
satisfying unsatisfied needs and wants,
satisfying unsatisfied needs and wants. This is really a great answer. A big round of applause to someone who has given this answer. Okay, see, most of the time, whenever we have anything in the world, right from the small kid, every time we wanted to do something, we are being restricted by people. Hey, don't do that. Hey, you don't do that. Hey, you don't touch it. Hey, you don't go for it. So this is something which is really challenging, correct? Don't you think, guys? Like anytime whenever someone asks us, hey, I would like to go for an arts course, being all my sisters, co-brothers, co-sisters, each and everyone is part of the the engineering stream or a doctor stream. Now someone comes and says that, hey, you know what, I wanted to become an English literature course, or maybe someone says that, I wanted to become a lecturer, or I wanted to become a teacher. What do you people feel? Don't you people have gone across or maybe come across such sort of situations? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that is where plays a very important role. You people should be able to do something, whatever you want. Okay. Now, with that quick introduction or with quick options of, thoughts of whatever you people have, now let us identify what is the difference between these two. Come on. What is the
Sir,
difference between these two?
Sir, the second picture of the young entrepreneurs, sir.
Very good. The second picture is young entrepreneurs, and the first picture is the successful entrepreneurs. And there is no limit, correct? We don't have anything. And now, when the moment we say, when we are, we need not become so bald head, so experienced, so white hair, okay, to become an entrepreneur. That is in olden days. Now, again, thanks to various councils, thanks to various educationalists, thanks to various people, especially our co-lecturers who are grooming us to ensure that, we are becoming young entrepreneurs. You agree with me? Okay. Now, the next thing which, as an entrepreneur, what is that which we need to have? Okay. I wanted to become an entrepreneur. Now, how many of you say that, I wanted to become an entrepreneur? Come on. How many of you say that, I wanted to become an entrepreneur?
So me.
Okay. Now, tell me what type of entrepreneur you would like to go for. What type of entrepreneur you would like to go for? Come on, don't hesitate. See, the first and foremost thing is that, the fear which is there, okay, which I wanted every one of you to come out stating that, hey, this is not my cup. Now, fear is first thing which you need to come out of. Come on, tell me what type of entrepreneur you would like to become first. Come on, come on, come on. It's not only for her, or, I wanted to ideally, let me stop presenting for a while and see how many people will answer the questions. Come on. I want people to be, I'm glad. If you want, please enable your videos. Please speak out. I'm glad. Okay, so Aarti, right? I'm sorry, I missed your name. Okay, Aarti, good. Swati and Aarti. Okay, now let me ask you, Swati, Aarti, and maybe Vaishnavi, please enable your videos for a while. You're comfortable, right? Anusha, good. Now I getting the names is all good. Okay, now what I wanted is, what entrepreneur, what is that you would like to do as an entrepreneur? Do you have some thought in place? Do you have something in place? Do you have something in hand that, down the line, this is what, I'm going to become? Come on. Yes, no. Silence. Okay, let us do a quick activity, my dear students. Like, who are all the groups which are available here? Who are all the groups? Salome, madam, if you may have, can release people from mute, let them speak out, and especially on the groups. I wanted the groups to be available.
Swapna,
Yes, ma'am.
you can unmute Lasya, Lasya BBM,
Okay.
Shivani from BBM, Shravani, Prakya from BBM.
Okay.
Yes, girls.
If they want, they can unmute, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Then no issues.
Yeah.
That
So
would
good.
be better.
Now, I wanted you people to come out with some specific plan. Okay. For example, today, the college says that, hey, you know what? Hey, Swapna, or maybe last year, I'm getting the names. Okay. Srinija, or maybe Fatima, like, someone is being given an option that, you are going to become the future entrepreneur. Okay. Tell me what is that you want. Someone says that, like, one day chief minister. No, I'm giving you an option. You are going to become an entrepreneur. Now tell me what is that which you want to explore for. Come on, students. The first and foremost thing which you people need is coming out of that fear. Okay. Being communicative. That is the reason, I'm planning to do some sort of activity in this particular model. Come on, wake up, guys. Please enable your videos. Please start speaking. Whereas you have rights to unmute yourself. Come on, come on, come on. It should not be a session. One day, I'm fine. I can certainly do the session. But I want you people to come up. Come on, come on, come on. Another important thing I'm going to tell you is that, the virtuality is more success nowadays. Okay. So hope people are not just sitting on the bed. Hope I'm come on.
Sir, one need to be innovative.
One need to be innovative, 100% right, innovative. Now, what I wanted is, I don't want you people to give me a statement stating that one need to be innovative. No, that's true. I totally agree on it. But I want you people to come up with something. I wanted 5 set of students now who is going to reach out, identify 2-3 people, form a group and tell me that, hey sir, this is what is a group which we have formed and this is what is that which we wanted to take up as an entrepreneur. I'm going to give you just 1 minute. Can we? I wanted anyone in the class, anyone in the session, one of you identify 3 to 4 or 5. 3 is the minimum, okay, and limit, it's up to your limit. I wanted to identify your group and come up quick, stating that, hey sir, this is the group, this is what we are going to do, this is what which we are going to innovate, and these are the things, and this is the way which we are going to take up as an entrepreneur. Come on, all yours. Okay, in the meanwhile, maybe how much time do you people need? Maybe let me give you 3 minutes, not beyond that. Okay, 3 minutes. I wanted someone to come out and say that, hey, you know what, this is what is the team and this is what which you are going to innovate. Okay, so I'm just waiting. Your your time starts now. And meanwhile, let me go with the traits which a typical innovator should have with. Okay, now the first and foremost trait which people need to have is the self-discipline. Now, the moment whenever I'm saying self-discipline, it is not just like that, I am getting up in the morning, I'm scheduling myself, that and all is fine. Now, what exactly you mean by self-discipline? Self-discipline is something, where you are setting your own role model. Okay, that doesn't mean that, self-discipline doesn't mean that, I am coming to college, I'm sitting in my chair, I'm coming to what do you say, an office, sitting in my chair, in time, in out. No, that is not at all. That may be part of the discipline, but it should be much more beyond than that. So what is that discipline, that self-discipline which people need to have? Come on, can someone tell me what more about self-discipline? Come on, students, I want you people to speak out. Discipline is the key. Okay, what do you mean by discipline here? Does it mean that you should not make humors, or does it mean that you should not make fun of it, or what is that you mean by discipline here? Come on, discipline is the key. You agree, right? Discipline is the key. So what is that which we need to have?
So being able to complete all the tasks at the right time.
Okay, for example, now I would say that, as an employee, I join a company, whatever my manager says, I am completing all the tasks in time. Or now being an entrepreneur, there is no one to tell you that, you need to complete these things in time. So how do you say that, you are self-disciplined? Come on. How is that you are going to tell that, you are disciplined, or your discipline is the key and you are doing all the tasks at a time? Come on, tell me, what is that?
Dealing with the hard times when we are in self-discipline.
Okay, but still, now guys, most important thing here as an entrepreneur, which you are supposed to tell is, in our school, in our college, in our places, wherever we are working, or wherever we are studying, or wherever we are staying, wherever the entrepreneur, the society, wherever we are saying, there are some ethics, there are some processes, there are some boundaries which have been drawn for us. Okay, and people say that, these are the boundaries, and you say that, you reach this particular point, you are extremely good, and again, thanks to our education system, you say that maximum marks is only 100. Anyone who is getting 100, you have reached the saturation. No, that shouldn't be the case. Now here, self-discipline, what we mean as an entrepreneur is to ensure that you are setting up your own goals, and not only just setting the goals, and you need to ensure that you never say that, this is something which I'm reaching, I have reached self-discipline. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, there are a lot of things which someone need to practice, right from the way you speak, it is not something like, I write my examination or I do my interview. No, I'm done. No, that should not be the case. Here is something, you need to think in a totally different way. Okay. For example, think of a butterfly, it starts flying. There is no limit, it has got its own things, honeybees, or you think of something like ants, or no, there is no something like, no one will set anything for them, they start making things. That doesn't mean that, again, you need to ensure that you are setting the right path. Okay. Now, when I'm saying you need to set a right path, now what happens? Again, a question comes. Now I'm walking on a wall. Okay. Now tell me how many of you can walk on a wall? I ask you to get up. There is a small narrow wall. I ask you to walk on a wall. Can you? How many of you say I can? Come on, students.
We
How many
can,
of you say I
provided
can?
we can, provided we maintain a good balance.
That is excellent answer. We can, provided we need to maintain a balance. So how is that you're going to maintain the balance? Now come out the same thing. Now, now I'm asking, I have asked the entire group a quick question stating that, you wanted to be an entrepreneur. Okay. And how is that you're going to deliver it? Come on.
Having the self-control and self-discipline.
That is excellent. That is what, people have started teaching us. But what is that? How is that? That is what is my question. We know that it is balancing. I need to balance. That's all good. Accept it. Point noted. But how is that we are going to make it?
By
Now,
starting to work for it.
Excellent. Starting to work for it. Now, what I would say is, this particular process of being an entrepreneur is not just a single day activity or one-time activity, and it is a spiral activity. Okay, it is a spiral activity, and it goes. And again, there is no limit for anything. Okay, there is no limit. Okay, so that is what is, setting up that particular discipline for self to ensure that I reach the goal. Now, whenever I say goal, now can someone tell me what are the different types of goals which generally people speak, or whatever you people feel like? Now, what is a goal? Come on. What is a goal?
A certain place or like a certain achievement that you want to achieve, something that you look up for, something that you want to achieve.
Something you wanted to achieve is called goal. Is that what? I think it is still not complete.
Goal is a final destination.
Sure. Anything more?
It's an ambition.
What is a goal? Yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy to see someone enabling their video. I'm glad. Yeah, come on, tell me. What is a goal? Come on. What is a goal?
Goal is something which we will strive for.
Which we try for. Okay.
Which we will strive for.
Strive. Okay, you say strive?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Sir,
sir.
it is a plan for which we get committed ourselves to achieve it.
Okay. So how is that you are going to achieve a goal?
By proper planning.
By working on it.
Okay.
By working on a particular goal.
So your goal should always be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Your goal should always be SMART. Now, being an entrepreneur. I'm sorry. Someone is saying something. I'm sorry. So,
Maya, please mute yourself. Maya, please mute. You are unmute and talking. Sorry, sir.
No problem. So what is the goal should be? Goal should be always what? SMART. What do you mean by smart? Specific. Come on, guys. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, the moment I
Yes,
say
sir.
specific, now I think I'm done with the time. Any team is ready? Any team is ready? They are able to group up with 3 members with the topic ready? Fast, my dear students. Okay. The moderators or the respective faculties, I'm looking for at least 1 or 2 groups who can make up themselves. I'm seeing just their names. I'm looking for a group.
Yes, sir. Lasya.
Good morning, sir.
Please enable your video, my dear friend. Please enable your video and tell me what is that you're, as an entrepreneur, what is that you would like to do with? Come on. Anyway, I would again give another 3 minutes and let me see, at least by 11:40, I'm going to get a pause. I'm fine to be stopped in between with the group. Okay. Now let me continue. Now, whenever we have this particular goals, it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be attainable, realistic, and time bound. Now, as an entrepreneur, why is this very important? Being disciplined doesn't mean that I'm disciplinedly going to college, coming out of college, going to write exams, doing these things. No, you need to ensure that you are following this SMART goals, not only for yourself, it is for the entire team where you're working for. Am I making sense, my dear students? So this plays a very important role. Now let us assume that I am setting up a typical maybe let me ask a simple question to the entire group. Maybe it is open to the lecturers also, or to the any top management, anyone. Now, for example, someone says that I am having say, suppose I'm going to give you say from 40 lakhs of money or a crore money which has been sanctioned. Now I throw it openly for you people. Now I wanted you people to start up an entrepreneur model, or maybe start up a new own business of yourself. And what is that you are going to choose? Which industry you are going to choose? Come
Automobile.
on. Why automobile?
It's
Why
a
not
growing
food industry?
sir.
I'm sorry?
It's a growing industry.
It's a growing industry. Excellent. So you need to choose the growing industry. Now, when I say growing industry, now how is that you are going to tell the growth? Come on. How is that you are going to define the growth of the industry?
When there is increase in sales.
When there is increase in sales. Excellent. Now, the most important thing which as an entrepreneur which you need to foresee is not just the discipline, not just the specific goals. Defining goal is very easy. We define the goal, but are we reaching the goals plays a very important role. Now, how is that we say that are we reaching this particular goal or not? Come on. How do you say that we are reaching this goal or not? How is that we say that, I'm going to reach the sales of so-and-so? Now, to do this, how many of you watch Sharks? Do you know Sharks? Do you know what is
Yes,
Sharks?
sir.
Okay. Tell me how many of you have watched Sharks? Do you know what is Shark?
Yes, sir.
What does they do? What is the principle they do?
So they invest in different new entrepreneurs coming up, and with the some of the percent of equity.
Very good. Now, what do you mean by equity? What do you mean by equity? And
So
why is that they
returns-
need to go there? Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The returns on the investment, what they invest with the companies they are coming up.
Okay. Okay. What is the difference? Now, what is the shift that you people have seen nowadays compared to older entrepreneurs and the current entrepreneurs? What is the difference that you see there?
The current entrepreneurs focus much on creativity and innovation.
Excellent. So creativity and innovation plays a very important role. Other than this creativity and innovation, there is something more that people need to take it for. What is that called as?
The risk-bearing
Don't you
factor.
think people think that we have reached the saturation of innovation? Yes, no? Do people think that, we have reached saturation of innovation?
No, sir.
How many of you feel that, we have not reached saturation of innovation? Come on, I want you people to speak. How do you say that, someone said, no, I'm excellent, accepted, but how? So if you have not reached the saturation of innovation, come on, give me the project. Give me a title now. Say that, this is what we are going to take it.
You will always have solutions, and for solutions, you need creativity.
Okay, so you mean to say that there is a problem, to get a solution for that problem is creativity? Okay, let me take this question. Now, for example, Salome madam is a teacher. Okay, there is a student. The student has got a clarification. She goes, ask Salome madam that this is what is a problem I have, and she provides a solution. Do you think that Salome madam is successful entrepreneur? Yes, no, come on. So the moment when I'm saying that, and it is not just, there is something more. Okay, that it is more broader. It is not smaller one. It is more broader. Now, let me say that, in olden days, we have farmers, correct? Yes or no? What is the burning problem in India today? What is the burning problem in India?
Agriculture.
Agriculture. Most of the farmers are starving. So can you think of any product which will make the agriculture or the farmers more and more successful? They need not starve for things. And that is what called as innovation. Okay. I would give you one specific example. Okay. For example, what are the things which we can automate in agriculture? How many of you thought about it?
Water.
Can you automate water? Okay. Creating, what do you say, artificial water? Point noted. What more? What are the things which is needed? See, do you think that, most of the farmers are starving only for water, or the lands are starving only for water, or is there anything else?
Sir, agricultural equipment.
Agricultural equipment is one thought. Water is certainly one thought. Maybe maybe water, we can certainly consider in case of dry lands and all. Yes, point noted.
Soil enrichment is also one, sir.
Soil enrichment, excellent. What more?
Fertilizer.
I'm sorry?
Fertilizers.
Fertilizers. Okay, innovation in fertilizers. Okay,
Transport,
what more?
Transport.
Transport, the method of transport. Okay.
Yes.
Power.
Power. Okay. Now, let us assume one of you are being taken as an entrepreneur. Now, you are being supposed to take the agriculture. Let us assume there's a farmer who is day in, day out, cultivating the vegetables. He started growing vegetables, is getting huge, he's getting great support, and he's able to give lot of fruits and lot of vegetables and other things is growing. Okay, let us assume. Okay, is getting plenty of what do you say, fruits, vegetables, which is growing. Now how is that you are able to take him to the market? Or what is the innovativeness which you can think there? He's cultivating, point noted. Okay. Now, what is that he's doing? He's taking appropriate transport, each and everything, coming to the nearby, government places where for selling this particular products and other things. Now, how is that you can make it innovative?
Advertisement.
We will do advertisement.
Okay. So you give advertisement. What is the benefit?
Sir, can I suggest something?
Please, that is the purpose of this session. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, he needs to, if he cannot, then he should identify a company or intermediary to keep the vegetables fresh and transport it as quickly as possible, especially the perishable ones.
Okay.
We can also collaborate.
Yeah, something like that, and see that the vegetables reach as fresh and not lose its nutritive values.
That is accepted. Nutrients values for protecting and all, that person is going to charge something and he's going to become an intermediary, and at last, the farmer is not getting great benefited. So what is that you do as an innovator to take care of this?
In collaboration with some financial institution or some.
Okay, you are getting money for this. That is fine. But still, you did not answer my question.
Sir, what if the farmer can directly deliver his goods to the people needed?
Okay, so how is that you are going to deliver the products? Again, we need to ensure that these things are being taken care of.
Enter into marketing.
Is only marketing the solution?
Sir, develop an app only for the farmers where the farmers can register themselves in that and can sell their products directly.
Sell their products directly, dynamic map. Again, don't you think guys, think of a situation, the farmer should become independent. You need to make a farmer independent. My dear students, think it in this way. You need to come up with some sort of protocol or process or model such that you are making a farmer independent, and he wants whatever he wants, he should be able to do it. So how is that you're going to do it?
Sir, in Shark Tank, one time it showed like there's a problem with farmers that even though they are working so hard, but still as they are unable to sell their vegetables and all, it's getting like wasted because no one is buying it. So it's all about very less investment. In a cart only, a simple machine is fitted by which they can keep their fruits, vegetables, everything fresh. And here they use the innovation by which they can don't get into loss.
Got it? Okay. Continue. I think you lost.
Yes, sir. So this thing can be adopted by farmers, and like this kind of innovations can be spread out so that they don't get into loss, and about their sellings that they are unable to get. So for this,
Okay.
they can collaborate or get marketing, sir.
That is good. You are coming to one level, you are trying to provide him some sort of equipment to ensure that, you are able to sell the products and other things. That is totally fine. But why don't you think of a different model where, see, again, I'm not telling that, this thought is something right and you need to go with this particular model, but think of a different model. How do you make a farmer a very his own decision making, his own model? He should be able to have something in all possible ways. What is that we can make for?
Online marketing, sir, like tie up with big companies,
no
e-commerce companies.
No, you are again making him dependent. You're making him dependent, right? You agree with me, right? You're making him dependent. It is not
selling his
right?
products in market.
Okay, think of, maybe I would say it would be very difficult, but still, this is the way your thought process should be. Okay, for example, think of a situation that you yourself or your father who is doing a farmer activity, let's assume it is not only a farmer, it could be anyone, any human, it could be anyone who is doing any profession. Okay, we need to think it in such a way that, think of a situation, a farmer. Okay, it would be very difficult, guys, I'm telling, but it is very easy also nowadays. Okay, now think of a situation, a farmer is deciding, or a farmer is self-educated on, he is having some specific model based on the place, based on the location, based on the climatic conditions. Okay, he would be guided with some piece of information that you select this particular product, this is what is going to go. Okay, and parallelly you also tell him that by the time this particular crop grows, this is what is the market which you are going to go for. Okay, and by the time he says that you have some sort of fertilizers challenges, you have some sort of problems with this particular thing, you would be getting, these are all the typical type of fertilizers, these are the typical type of problems which are coming in this particular location, so these are all the fertilizers, you need to keep them available in hand. And for those specific things, the respective people would be offering, there would be an online, it is actually a blended model where a farmer would be guided. It is more data analytic model where as a farmer he should know these basic, it should be something like a just basic model which a farmer does. Okay, but for that he need to go take suggestions from ABC XYZ, but he should be able to take the decision of his own. There should be some specific model which is going to tell that this is something good and this is something great, you can go ahead with this. And if a person says that, if a farmer says that you know what, the application or something, an app which says that you go with this particular crop, okay, but the farmer says that, hey, you know what, this is something which I'm accustomed, or this is something which I want to go for, it should be able to tell you what is the pros and what is the cons. Now that is just only one part of the story. Okay, now to cultivate this particular thing, what time you are going to, your seeds are going to get germinated, how is that you are going to do this particular farming, how is that you are going to farm this particular model. Think of a simple, specific, systematic model which will make a farmer more free, stating that at least he should be able to tell that this is what is the crop which I'm going to get, these are all the people who are there, 1 2 3 competitors, even if something is down, these people will be able to reach, and these are the people who are going to produce, and they are keeping their money readily available. And I'm sure when you are having such sort of model or such sort of successful model, I'm sure, I'm just, this is my thought again, guys, I'm open. Okay, as you said, nowadays, in olden days, maybe if you go for 20 years back, or maybe 20-25 years back, people used to sow their seeds, they need to wait for what is going to happen, how it is going to happen. Now innovation has come in, using cloud models, you have data analytics model, you have different types of models using which you can predict, tell farmer which is successful, how it is going to go, and how it is going to take it forward. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So are you thinking this is just only I'm just taking only a farmer? Okay, now think of a student, my dear friends. This is a regular problem which most of us, or maybe I would throw a question, how many of you are successfully confident that, hey, you know what, the moment I'm completing this graduation, I'm going to get a job for 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs per annum? How many of you? Come on, it's an open question, guys. I wanted you people to innovatively speak. Now, at this particular point of time, what is that we are doing? As a student, I'm going dependent. I'm again not saying that you should not depend on a teacher, you should not depend on a guru. These people should be like a guide. They should be able to target you. They should be able to, I think if you look into most of our, what do you say, ancestors and the old, what do you say, the Puranas or whatever it is, whenever we take into consideration, they are all the guides. Okay, and we need to take them as even now as guides. Yes, please take point noted. I am giving, I'm having, there's a newly married couple, they have come out, they have been blessed with a baby boy. the next thing what happens? The rush starts. Getting an education for college, getting an education for, getting an education for kindergarten, primary school, secondary school, college, engineering. By the time they complete it, again, jobs running. Now, how is that you can make this thing more easier? Why don't you think of a single small education model or an effective model which succeeds that down the line, 10 years or 15 years, these people are going to become something different. Why don't you throw open challenge to the entire world stating that, hey, you know what, doing this doesn't work. You do this particular model. Down the line, 12 years, someone is getting a job. Come on, guys, it's all yours. I'm just throwing a thought. Think of a situation.
Should be
Yeah, go
a
ahead.
real life experience other than sitting in class and listening to the lecturers.
Did I stop you on that?
No, sir.
So innovation plays an important role. You prove as if, you come up with a specific model. You take something like, this particular education, this is what is needed. Now, Modi, I think most of you know that, right? Modi government has coming up with, innovation in education also. They are going to totally come out with a different model. How many of you see coding classes for, kids? Now, if I ask you to write a program or an algorithm or a problem, you say, this is something new for me. Let me go to YouTube. You'll start learning things. So think of a specific model where, you forget about, don't take the entire problem at a stretch. Think of a single model. Think of a consulting model. Okay. What happens, for example, now in your college, think of a situation, you have a placement officer who is going to take care of all these placements, these people, resumes, collaborating each and everything, correct? Why don't you think of a simple model where you need not even collaborate, each and everything will go automatically, and by doing this, you are going to make money out of it. Can you think of a situation? Open question, guys. Come on, my dear friends, please.
We already have apps like LinkedIn and Hired for this process.
So do you think that LinkedIn is giving a solution?
If it doesn't give solution, but it gives a route to find a solution. So I feel that.
Okay. Okay, beyond LinkedIn, what is that we can do? Beyond LinkedIn, what is that we can do? Now, again, LinkedIn, I would say it is monopolized market. I wanted to give these services. Okay, nowadays, how many of you know what is CSR?
Corporate social responsibility.
Okay, why is that now? Sri Krishna is getting CSR here.
It's like every company has to do its part to give back to the society.
That is good, accepted. So why is that here? What is that entrepreneur is needed for it? Now, what I point here, my dear friends, is that, when we are trying to do this specific type of activities, especially for students, okay, we need to have some specific place where whatever they want, their academics, they can certainly learn there. Okay, think of a situation, think of a portal where, you have a lot of portals, but 99% of the portals will not give the right things at right time for right people. Okay, you think as an innovative for your specific college, let you people not target for the entire world. Let you target for your own college. Okay, think of one specific app which is going to give you entire solution. He wanted to, for example, as a student, I joined first semester, and I wanted to study something of this particular subject. You should have solution in that particular app. Now you make people, as maybe I would say, partner with different sorts of, education gains, okay, who are providing or who are promoting educations. Okay, so that, further whatever their basic need for the particular college should be available there. Meaning you should have a repository of all the things, whatever you want to learn for, be it last 20 or 20 years question papers, be it last entire syllabus, change of the latest things, you should be having update there. And that is the place you ensure that you have some sort of a model. Again, you know, where the people, when they are coming for their jobs, whether it is a short-term jobs or long-term jobs or internships or whatever it is, even if it is a one-day activity, start mobilizing there. Now think of a situation how it happens. Now this particular app in your college should become a successful and provide all the caterers whatever is need. Even it should be able to tell you what time a hot samosa would be served in your canteen. Am I making sense, my dear students? How many of you agree with this? So this sort of things will make you people more. And I'm sorry, go ahead. Someone is having a question. I'm sorry. Come on, I wanted your thoughts, my dear students. See, it's not, I'm giving 2-3 ideas I have given. I'm waiting. I think Salome madam and the respective principals and respective head of the departments, I wanted students to speak more. Are we ready? I think I have given you more than 30 minutes. Someone is ready? Waiting.
Good
Excellent.
morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, we formed a group of 5 students.
Excellent.
Myself
Big
and
round of
Sandhya.
applause, my dear friends. Big round of applause. All of you, I would like each and everyone to give a big round of applause. Please unmute yourself. Big round of applause. You know, Sandhya Reddy has come up with something. Okay, good. Go ahead,
Yes,
Sandhya.
sir.
Over to you.
Sir, as we talk about the farmers and the education system, we can form an entrepreneurship in such a way that the farmers are educated and the people who have studied in colleges, they can create a market where the 100% pure products are served to the people, and also they can make a thing where the process of farming is made 100% transparent.
Okay.
Like the farmers can benefit from this, and the people who are educated, they can use their knowledge to 100%. They can learn from farmers and also educate other people, and make like teach them know how those are produced and use it optimum way.
Okay. Can you still go beyond? You're thinking good, but you can still go beyond.
I will also request team like we all will be speaking, sir. Like,
Yeah, I'm fine. Open. It's open. Salome madam or the respective people, please unmute yourself. I think you people are good enough to unmute and unmute your videos or enable your videos. I'm fine. Yeah, Shravya. Shravya belongs to your team.
if
No,
they want,
sir.
they could join, sir.
Sandhya, ask your group team members to answer, na?
Yes, Sudha, Kirtana, and Pooja, please speak.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, I'm unable to see you.
Actually, I have logged into my system, so I couldn't.
No problem. Carry on.
So we are actually thinking of starting a startup, something that sells millets, something like that, which the farmers can show up their business, like the selling process, and also the new science students and all the category students, like science students, the commerce students, BBM, everyone can just put their knowledge into it, just to get them from the farmer, educate the farmer in the new innovative ideas to use them, to produce them. And the commerce students, the BBM students can actually advertise them and help them reach from the farmer to the customers. It's just with a one step healthier life. Actually, this also gives a step towards the healthier life, is what we think.
That is a good one. That is a good one. That is an excellent one. Okay. Also think of another thing, my dear friends. You know, most of the people, like, you know, people like me, okay, are obese. Okay. Now, you know, why don't we come up with, think of a specific solution of making things more effective. Guys, can you go on mute, please? Someone who is not speaking. Okay.
Yeah, I have.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So we have different types of plan. You know, you go to a doctor, you go to a nutrition, or whatever it is. You know, I'm just throwing a thought process. You know, how effective you can make yourself. What do you say? A product. Think of a product. Think of a place. I think most of you people know the 7 P's. People used to say initially 5 P's, now 7 P's. Down the line, they'll come with 10, 12, whatever the number of P's. Okay. So the market, or they'll have different types of places. You know, M's, P's, or whatever it is, so that, you know, the purpose is that here, that, you know, how effective we are going to, and this is becomes more and more innovative. So that's again a very good innovative thought, my dear students. That's a good one. Let's give a big round of applause to the team, and let me come back to the presentation again. So the first thing which we have discussed about is self-discipline, and the next important, the guys, whenever we are giving any product, the trust, the integrity plays a very important role. Okay. Now, you know, we have cyber security, we have a lot of other things coming into pictures. You know, whenever we are doing this particular business, we should always ensure that people believe us. And if the belief is lost, you know, getting the belief is a very difficult task for someone to take it forward. Okay. And the next important thing, you know, the moment when I'm saying integrity, integrity plays in all possible ways, right from the product you're choosing, right from the process you're choosing, right from the government support or any industrialist support. Maybe you think of the organizations like, you know, societies like Shark or whatever it is. Under those circumstances, you know, it plays a very, very, very important role in ensuring that you not only, again, this is not only again to the outside world, you should be integral to yourself, and you should be integral to your own organization. You should be integral to your own processes, whatever you are going to set up. Today, you set up the process, you should know how exactly you're going to set this particular process, execute the process, and ensure that, you know, people are all being treated democratic model. Making sense? And the next important thing which you have is persistence. Now, what is persistence, guys? What is persistence? What do you mean by persistent? Come on. How do you become persistent?
Being consistent even after many downfalls.
Okay, what is the difference between consistency and persistency?
Consistency is getting towards a goal with having a aim that we will totally succeed in the thing. Persistence is
Picture,
like,
guys. See the picture, guys. You have, I'll ask you a simple question. Okay, let me throw you another example. For example, I am an educational institution, or maybe I am an educational supporting institution where I conduct some sort of, okay, hope most of you people know spell bee and other things, correct? Okay, let me say that I am coming up with that specific product into the market. Now, what happens? I have set up my goals. Now, my goals are something like, you know, the rocks which are being tied to my legs. Okay. Now, last year I met the goals, or last quarter I met the goals. Now, this quarter I'm supposed to meet the goals. Beyond that, you know, I have been tied up. Correct? The rocks are being tied up. Now I have to chase them out. How is that I need to be? Meaning, I need to maintain this consistency with the constraints which have been given to make myself more and more persistent. Okay, it's something like existing consistently can be considered as persistence. Much be beyond that. Okay, so that plays a very important role. You being an entrepreneur, it should not be something like, you have done this now. Okay, again, after this one, I relax. No, that should not be the case. You should find out the models to see you. It is when you say that, you're heading a family or you're heading a business, it's something like, your entire organization or your business is your family, and it's your breath. Okay, so to have your breath in place, what are the things which you will try till the last minute of your battle to ensure that you are taking care of your own body. Making sense, guys? The same way, you should ensure that your business is treated in that particular way. It should be consistent. If you find something somewhere, your failure is the first step of success. I do understand. Most of the chances, especially entrepreneurs, I would come on to my next slide, which will tell that, there are some of the challenges which people will come across and how exactly we need to face. But the most important thing which you need to understand here is that the persistence plays a very, very, very important role. I should be able to take care of things. Today, I'm paying salaries for a set of people who are there with me in my organization. I should be able to maintain the same thing with the same crate. That means that you should start thinking things differently. How I am going to take the next day, or how I am going to take the next month. What are the new things which I'm going to do? If there is something which is happening up, down, COVID, no one would have expected COVID. How many of you people, or how many of the organizations have got flattered? How many of the businessmen has got flattered? So this is the place where, you need to think, you need to make yourself more and more persistent. Some of the organizations, successful organizations, they were persistent. Even they had such sort of challenges, they are able to face the situation. And that is the way your product should be. And that is the way you are. Only then, people will believe. In olden days, only banks used to believe. Now there are a lot of financial institutions, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of educational institutions. Again, thanks to your college, it is putting their efforts, okay, in ensuring that such sort of success things are coming for you people. That means that they are making their students persistent for the future requirements. Am I making, my dear, am I making it sense? Am I making sense for you people? Any questions? So all of you are agreed that, we have that persistence in us. The next important thing is that, have the strongest direction. Okay. Sometimes, people, sometimes, we go tell to small children, don't be stubborn. Okay. But, sometimes stubborn plays a very important role. Again, I'm not teaching an unethical activity, but, being stubborn on your directions. You set your directions. You have the strongest direction. You have a clear direction that, this is what which I'm going to do, and this is what which is going to. And, there would be certainly some sort of situations, that this was a failure. Okay. You need to understand, learn things, or you need to put those appropriate bridges in place, or put that appropriate, direction stones, or whatever it is, to make sure that, in case if you have such sort of challenge, how to overcome. Okay. So that way you need to put your direction, and you should take your direction, and you should educate your team. You should make your team to this particular direction effectively. And the most important thing and is sometimes, okay, being decisive and being action oriented. Sometimes we find the direction, each and everything is fine, but can I do this? Can I go ahead with this? So you should be more action oriented. Think of a situation, you have one particular product, you have one of your marketing manager, he's a very close friend of you. He's, without him, you did not leave him throughout your family life, right from your small childhood. But, you have some specific thing, an integrity which has been occurred there. You should not stop in saying that, hey, this is wrong and this should not be continued. You should have that rights. Only then you would be respected, and only then you should have that specific trait to ensure that you are decisive and you are action oriented on things. Okay, it should not be something like, hey, you know what, he is our own friend, okay, fine, let us give. That is there, but tomorrow, by giving this particular option, the other set of options are getting opened, giving one specific thing. This could be one specific example out of 1,000. Am I making sense? So how many of you agree with this particular thing, stating that, these things are all being taken care of. So all of you agree, these are all the 5 traits which someone need to have, okay, especially to be a successful entrepreneur. Any questions? Let me pause for a while here.
No, sir.
Am I making the session interesting, or how do you feel? Any suggestions?
It's interesting, sir.
Okay. So it would be much more interesting, if you people come up with some sort of thought processes. Okay. Now I'll ask you one question across again. I'm fine. Any group who want, certainly can answer. How many times we felt that, I have taken this step and, if I don't do it, I'm a failure. Come on. You fight at home stating that, I wanted to go for, a BCom course. Your father says that why you did not go for an engineering. You felt, it is a difficult cup of tea, but still, you have seen something different happening in BCom. That doesn't mean that, entire financial, what do you say? There are a lot of finance related things which you can learn in BCom. You can become a financier, or you can become a CFO of an organization. You have scope for that. So any time you had such sort of situation. The reason why I'm asking this question is, being an entrepreneur, the next important thing which you need to do is, which you need to know is that, you should never, ever say that, I'm a failure. Failure happens, but that doesn't mean that that is going to be the end card. You agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So when I say that now again another clause and another question here for you people. I would say that this is the ending. Now you have failed. Now someone comes and says that, your father or your well-wisher comes and says, we say that well-wishers most of the time. Okay, someone may come and say that, hey, you know what, you said this will work, this have failed, now you stop this, come out. What is your action, especially as an entrepreneur?
Sir, as until and unless we have hope or faith in ourselves, we are not failures, sir. We can give it a try still.
That is the excellent one, and that is the most important trait which someone need to have. Okay, so what happens is, guys, whenever we have such sort of challenges, or we learn a lot of things, failure. And again, as most of us know, when we are clapping, we need to have support of both the hands, whether it is for success or failure. There are certainly the environment. It's not only your fault. Always keep it in mind that you should be self-disciplined. Most important, guys, you should be self-disciplined. And the moment when I'm saying that being self-disciplined, if there is something which has happened, okay, and you know that this is because of you did not take appropriate care, that is something which need to be corrected, and you need to go with your self-discipline, accept that that is your thing, and you need to take care of it. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And when you have that thoughts in place, I'm sure the people in around, the family, the process, the entire environment who is where was supporting you will be there with you, and you would be able to handle things. Okay. Now with that quick thing, I would like to go to the next part of this session. Able to see my screen, my dear friends?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The 12 mistakes that we need to avoid. See, we were saying that these are all the traits, yes, telling the traits, will not make our life more successful, but still, I would also try to take you across some of these things. The first thing which we say that I'm always quit. No, it's okay. I'm fine. Okay. So this is something which need to be avoided. You should never, ever think of that particular option unless your last breath. Being a successful entrepreneur, you should never come into this particular option. Okay. I think, I don't know, there is a famous statement, jo dar gaya wo mar gaya. Okay. So all of you agree with me, right? Okay. Anyway, trying to become CEO too early. Okay. Now, yeah, the moment we say that, you are a CEO, you are going to take things, okay, and you never feel that, you are so early that, you're not matured enough to take something or go something. Okay. So don't think that, that is one of, I have become, I'm trying to become so early. How is that I'm going to meet the sales, that sales figures. And most important thing, guys, anyone to become an entrepreneur, first and foremost thing, you should know how to sell something. Someone asks you to go sell the sand in the near the seashore, you should be able to find out the models of selling the sand. Okay, you agree with me, my dear students?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And the most important thing, now whenever we say that, I am successful, I'm starting some good practice or good business, now, people will start giving advices. You know what, you have seen these people are successful, you take this advice, you take that advice, you take that advice, you take 110 advices, but you will be forgetting doing what you thought of doing, and you will be totally indirect. Or meaning, you thought of having an apple juice, at last, it's going to become a vinegar. So you need to be very careful on those things. You agree with me, my dear students? Okay.
Yes.
And again, that doesn't mean that, okay, not knowing how to ask for advice. This is another important thing. Okay. We are saying that, on one front stating that, don't go ask for too many people. You ask for the suggestions, you try, cater it, have a pin board on your, have a direction board, have it calculated, have it portrayed, find out if this particular principle you apply, how effective, what is the effect of it, what you have, the cause and effect. Okay, if you apply this, what is the effect of it, how exactly you're going to take it forward. Okay, so that way, when you have stuck with some specific thing, ask right questions. Don't ask the questions for the sake of testing others. One of the entrepreneur was very successful. You don't go ask him, don't ask something like, ask a question stating that, will this be successful? Will this work out? No, that is point noted. At that particular point, what is our role is to ensure that what is the clarification which is needed for us, that is more important. Okay. The next important thing is forcing versus influencing. You should know that difference. Okay. Your product, your process, your things should get influenced, but should not be forced. Correct? My dear students, you agree? For example, your father forces you or your parents forces you to go watch a movie or open your books and read. No, that doesn't work. But as a parent, you influence them. You tell them that, this is what is going to happen. They influence, then, they come for your things. Making sense? You're developing a product. You don't force people to take. Let them, you be an influencer. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You should be an influencer, right? For example, Salome madam or your principal, they say that, come on guys, open your book, start reading, come on. The people will say, hey, you know what, even at home, the same problem, in the college, the same problem. The same thing if some of our college students or teachers say that, hey, you know what, let us start do this particular activity. Today we are going to make different, we are going to make the samosa wala get the double profit, whatever he is getting on today. Now go find out what are all the practices. Now you will involve in that. Now that, yesterday's profit was, say, suppose some 1,000 or 2,000 rupees per day. Today you are making it, say, suppose some 5,000 or 10,000, maybe putting XYZ practices, whatever we have learned. That plays an important role. And that is what is influential. You agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And this is something like, again, the next thing is, again, living in the dream too early. We assume that, tomorrow I have signed for so many things and, I'm going to get the product and, I'm going to become something else. Okay. You live in dream, but all of a sudden something happens, again, you're going back to the point number one. I'm always quit. Making sense? So living in the dream too early is again most important thing. You need to ensure you should live in reality, but not in a dreaming model that, I am going to become, tomorrow I say that, I'm going to become the CEO of ABC organization, or, I'm going to become the chief minister of of a particular location, or whatever it is. Living dream is good, but you need to portray yourself. You need to set yourself. Dreams are certainly needed. I'm not stopping there, but you need to do the right. You should have right dreams, but not on the wrong perspectives. But again, when I'm saying that, when you're dreaming, don't aim too much high dreams. And again, don't say that, since you did not reach it, you put yourself down. Again, that is becoming a problem. You agree? Guys, I wanted you to speak out. If you have any clarifications, please raise out. My dear co-friend lecturers, co-friend principals, or any dignitaries, you feel that you have some specific questions by the students, please motivate them. That is needed. Okay. Now, the next thing what I was telling is, again, I was telling, don't, this is again a problem which happens with regular studies also. Okay. People say that, you do MPC, you do BPC, you do something, you are keeping more options open. Keeping options open is always good. But you try to sell more things, you may land up in specific challenge that you are not focusing on the thing which is needed. Am I making sense? So you try to sell too many products as an entrepreneur. It is always good if you have appropriate focus. But as a single person, what is your focus today? Where you need to focus? What is your thought process for this particular product? How exactly is thing? Okay, there is something called product life cycle, my dear friends. Hope you remember that, right? So at any point of time, it reaches the saturation level, and by the time it is reaching the saturation level, we should plan out for products. But that doesn't mean that, I start up with 110 products, what do you say? I'm master of many things, jack of none. Am I making sense, my dear students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the next the trait number 8 is something which most of us feel, I go to my parents and say that, I know everything. You don't have anything here. I knew all. Okay. Now, when we become a CEO, we have sometimes we get some model of success. We'll have our horns starting up, stating that, hey, you know what? I was successful and I know about it. Okay. Ensuring that you should have successful people with you. You should have market success models with you. You should know, you should always have an open mind to learn what is happening, to check what is happening, to ensure that, you at least, even most of the things, at least you pretend as if like a novice. Again, when you're pretending doesn't mean that when there is some action which is happening, you're pretending as novice is a problem again. You agree with me?
Yes, sir.
How many of you agree with me? This is what most of the students feel that, I know everything. Come on, don't teach me here. Okay, that would be with colleagues, that would be with teacher, that could be with society, that could be with parents, anyone. We should come out of that particular model. We should take suggestions. We should become collaborated. Take thought process. You have different departments with you people. Then things will go. Okay. The next important thing is, since we have so many things, don't put yourself panic stating that, your head is totally closed in a box, on the name of entrepreneur. Okay. Partying is too hard for me. Okay. No, it is not my part. Please go chill out. Have these things so that you have a fresh mind. Your thought process will be different. Your models will be different. You would be able to make things more and more effective. We agree with this, right? I think 9th point, I think most of us, we agree. You agree? Yes or no, guys? I'm waiting for you people to respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And let us assume once when we have the things in place, once when we say that, ABC is going and falling in place, and, acting like a boss instead of an employee. It's very difficult, right? Acting like a boss instead of an employee. Come on, guys. What did you understand of this? When I have business, I act like a boss. Now, can someone throw some light on this? I'm fine if lecturers or any others also would like to throw a point on this. Come on. Hope I'm not stopping your space to speak.
Sir, since one runs his own business, he starts thinking he is the boss or he is leader of that particular thing.
So what is the problem? I say that is a problem. Why it is a problem? Come on. Why is that a problem?
Though he thinks so, either he might think that he is the boss of his own business, but it is better for him to welcome the ideas of people who is adjacent to him.
Okay. What is the benefit of it? I'll ask you a simple question. Okay. For example, now let us take the same session. Okay. I am taking the mic and I'm beating. Okay. Now I'm also asking you people to speak up. Okay. If some of you start giving your thoughts or your ideas, if I stop that and if I continue, it looks like, I'm overriding you. But if I take your thought process, I may be more successful. Okay. Because, you take more idea. As an entrepreneur, you should welcome more and more ideas. And not only that, you should ensure that your employees are like not employees, but like an entrepreneurs. It is not entrepreneurs. It's not E, it is I. And I'm going to come to the next point. You need to treat your employees, or you need to gauge your people, or you need to make your employees like entrepreneurs, but not like entrepreneurs. This is something, again, a very important thing which every one of you should know. Meaning you are not only the boss, your employees are also the bosses. And again, that doesn't mean that everyone is spoiling the shop. Okay, we'll just go dig into this particular thing in our next slide. And the next important thing is not having an appropriate schedule. Okay, I'm a CEO. Okay, let me get up at 10 a.m., go to office, maybe wave around, go to meet the PS, find out, hey, you know what? Why did this happen? Why this didn't happen? You point fingers at 4 different people, come home. No, that doesn't work. Okay, you need to ensure that you are spoiling your hands, you're dirtying your hands. You as an entrepreneur, you should be the first person to dirty your hands. That doesn't mean that you're dirtying your hands for a XYZ reason. No, you're dirtying your hands by sitting with them, understanding what is the problem, how exactly you're going to treat them, how exactly you're going to make them different. That plays an important role. So having that schedule, you need to ensure you have an appropriate schedule. Your employee comes at 9 a.m. doesn't mean that you should be available by 8:45 a.m. there. And again, that leads to, your self-discipline points. And your carriers, your employee is having a carrier, your employee is having an appropriate KRA, KPI, or the rules and regulations or whatever it is. The same thing should be abided by the appropriate so-called the entrepreneur or the boss or the CEO or the head of the organization. Only then you would be a successful.
Yeah.
How many of you know vision and mission of various organizations? Come on, guys. Students, how many of you know each and every organization will have a mission, correct? And vision. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So how many of you have that vision and mission? So you need to have that vision and mission. You need to ensure that those things are being driven. You need to ensure that those things are being scheduled. You need to ensure that the goals are being driven. You need to ensure that those things are being going or not. At any point of time, something is not happening, you are the people to go to stop. Say that, hey, this is something which is having a challenge. Please get it corrected. But that doesn't mean that you point at your HR manager or your marketing manager, say that, it's a problem with you. You did not do things. No, he did not do. It is your mistake. You did not observe what is happening there. And you did not schedule that sort of correction process check what is happening there. And that is the reason, you are in this particular situation because you were not having a appropriate standard schedules. And the most important, the last, but still, again, the most important thing is not knowing the value of a business plan. Do you have a business plan? How you are going to make this particular business plan? Hey, I don't need any business plans. I know what I'm doing. I'm fine. But you don't know what is happening, where it is stuck, what is happening. What is the business plan? Why should I have plan? Business plan plays from not only selecting a product, not only selecting how exactly it goes, how exactly it executes, how it is going for a succeed. You know, you have launched a product and it was successful. You know, all of a sudden there is something failure, you know, market sales were going on top sales. All of a sudden you find that some particular part of a product is not functioning. Your entire sales will be coming down. So you don't have an appropriate business plan. You did not take appropriate approvals. You did not take appropriate certifications. Because of that, you know, a bridge may be collapsed or a vehicle may be trashed or whatever it is, because you don't know, you are not giving, or you are giving least importance to your business plan. Do you all agree with these 12 things? So as an entrepreneur, not only knowing the traits, but you should also know your, what do you say? Common mistakes, which we can avoid. These are some of the things, dumbiest mistakes which people say, but still, you know, I have given these. So you're all with me, guys? Students?
Yes, sir.
You're learning something?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, the next question which I wanted to take it beyond, okay, because you know we were actually thinking about the traits of as an entrepreneur, what is that which we need to do, but you know we need to think what is an employee and what is an entrepreneur. Have you heard about entrepreneur, my dear students, before?
No, sir.
So any others, even the lecturers or any other people, have you heard about entrepreneurs? Come on, my dear students, I want you people to speak.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Meena, I'm sorry, what is his name? Manisha.
Manisha, yeah.
So Manisha, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, sir. How about you? Thank
I'm
you.
doing excellent. Thank you for asking. Now, good, Manisha. So how is that you are, how is that? Are you liking this session? You find something interesting?
Yes, sir. I have found I found it interesting, and I would like to share my idea with you, sir.
Great, please. Please, I think you have disabled your video. Manisha, you lost?
No, sir. Sir,
Yeah, go ahead.
can you please? I beg your pardon, sir.
No. You're saying something. I welcome your thoughts. Now, go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Actually, me and my team has an innovative idea, sir. So actually, we thought that going for a reusable product bags is good. I mean, it's actually environmental friendly thing, and also it doesn't we do not need to put so much of cost,
I'm listening to you.
and yeah, sir. It's not even costly, and it also helps. We can give a helping hand to the farmers, and these jute bags or reusable bags are can be used by each and everyone. There is no such a thing that this sector of people cannot use these bags. So this is I think it is very useful, sir. It is, we can use it, and through which we can even give our own hand. We can contribute ourselves for the environment friendly thing, which avoids the usage of plastic bags. So
okay, jute bags. My question to you is, jute bags are all there nowadays. Okay.
Yes,
how is that there are a lot of competitors again. Okay, when you say jute bags, idea is good, excellent, accepted. Okay, now so if I ask you, how can you be successful in that particular thing?
So
Okay,
we
you have already there are a lot of roadblocks, you know, there are some people who have already doing this. Okay, how is that you are going to, that is what is very important, right?
So yes,
Yeah.
sir. To face our competitors is another important thing which we should do. So I think that we cannot completely change the world in a single day, sir. So we'll believe in the progress. So first we will start it from our own home, and then we'll ask our friends to follow this, and then we'll ask our relatives, and then we'll ask our neighbors, and then we'll go for our like we'll go by step to step process, sir.
Okay,
We
maybe
need to believe in progress.
that, no, that's a good idea, but what I would recommend is go to the place nearby farmers. For example, there are jute products, or there could be something like, you know, you have banana leaves, you have banana stems, okay, which can be recycled and which can be gone. Maybe make your product, whenever you are giving a product, you bundle with different types of products, maybe you can make it more successful. Anyway, that's a very good point, Manisha.
Thank you, sir.
A very big round of applause to Manisha. Let's give us a big round of applause.
Not only me, sir. I and my team also involved in this. My team gave me the biggest support, and it was an idea of all of us, sir.
This is a very good trait of an entrepreneur, Manisha, and that is what is needed. You know, you, and when someone is appreciating you, you are not taking that appreciation only for you, but you are taking this appreciation for your entire team, and that is one of the needed trait for any entrepreneur.
Thank you, sir.
God bless. Thank you. That's a good one, Manisha. Any others would like to take it up?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any others would like to take it up?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I and other two members of my class, we have formed a team, and we have an innovative idea upon education system, sir. As if students, if children, they have a clear idea of what they want to become in their earlier age, then we might get more entrepreneurs in future, sir. Also, they will we can see many successful people. So we are thinking of such idea where the children, for example, if a child he wants to become a doctor, he simply says that he want to become a doctor. But when it comes to doctor, we have different categories like cardiologist, dermatologist. If a child will have more knowledge about those things also, then he will have a clear path about what he want to become. So if we add some practical knowledge for children, then they will have their clear thought and they can become more successful in the future, sir. So that's is what our idea is.
Yes, sir. When we compare theoretical and understanding with practical experience, students understand better in practical experience, sir. They
Excellent.
try to they
Excellent.
try to understand and remember the material. They gain clarity on a subject that what is what. Getting hands dirty encourages self-learning, no, sir, as you said.
True. Good.
Yeah.
So don't, again, guys, again, don't follow only the guidelines. I'm just trying to, you know, try to put a path. Okay. That
Yes,
doesn't mean that you need to follow this path. You know, always, you know, I would give you another good example. You know, there would be, there is one particular, I don't know the name, but still, you know, I remember the situation where, you know, one of the farmer or one of the villager, you know, to take to a hospital, someone need to take a hospital, someone need to go all the way around the mountain. Okay, so he was actually pleaded most of the people. Okay, I don't remember the name of the person, I heard this. Okay, so what he has done, he started taking himself, you know, he started every day, he started digging. You know, one fine day he was able to make the mountain totally cut off, and you know, he was able to make the way. So I'm just trying to think, you can start thinking in the different way, and also There may be a road. That doesn't mean that we always go in the same road. Take always a different road. Okay, there may not be a road, but we know certainly, when you are going in that particular road, there would be obstacles, there would be snakes, there would be a lot of reptiles, there's all things. Okay, fearing that doesn't mean that tomorrow you start going that particular way, then that could be a master path for something else. Got it, right? Yeah,
Yes,
very
sir.
good. Yeah, Shreya, like any other things? Yeah,
A
go
very
ahead.
good afternoon, sir.
Mhm.
Sir, in my point of view, only
Who is
the
speaking?
practice.
Can you please enable your video? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It would be
One
more
second, sir.
interactive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fatima, go ahead.
Could you hear me, sir?
I'm able to hear you. Or maybe your video is distorting your sounds. I'm fine. You can disable your video.
Sir, well-educated students not only do well in life, sir, but it can contribute in nation building. So in my point of view, apart from a bookish knowledge, a practical knowledge is also very important in every schools and colleges, as it helps in overall development for the society. And the practical knowledge helps in the confidence level. It helps in brings expertise, and it calculate the values and social characteristics. It
That's
maintains
good.
practical knowledge, maintains the interest level, sir, in every
No,
student.
point noted. But my question here to you, Fatima, is that how is that you are going to take a particular product or particular, how is that you are going to make that product out of this thought process?
Sir, can I?
Go ahead.
Sir, we already have examples like White Hat Junior or Byju's. They are also providing the knowledge, but ours is a bit different. Like just giving the knowledge, if the children have an access or a chance to sign up into a particular activity, and they can perform that activity, then they will get that practical knowledge. For example, like in schools, it is role play. But if they have any chance to get to go and visit a particular agricultural site or particular hospital or particular organization, they will get to know what it works like, who are the employees they needed, what roles they can play in that particular organization, and all. So if we can give opportunity for them to learn their practical knowledge, that is what matters.
That is good. But added to that, most important, when you look into Byju's or any such sort of tools and all, we encourage them. But the problem here is for an academical man, for a school going student, or for a college, think of your own college, someone who is walking into your college, they should feel that they are free. Whatever they want, they can learn anything, anywhere, just going into this particular portal. It could be an app or it could be a portal. Making sense, right? It should be in that particular way.
Sir.
Very good. So Sharanya, Shravya, you are leading this group.
Yes, sir.
That's good. Keep up good work, Shravya. A very big round of applause.
Thank you, sir. We will take your points into consideration. Thank you, sir.
Glad. This is again, respecting the word of someone who is giving. Again, this is again an important trait which most of the entrepreneurs which need to go with. Okay, it's not only just I'm trying to give you this particular word because someone is saying that your words would certainly be taken care. This is one of the most important trait which people need to have. I'm sorry, someone would like to speak.
Good evening, sir. Sir, my name is Shravya. I came up with an innovative idea, sir, providing a practical farming courses for the individuals or the students who are likely to start up or come into the farming, where the students and individuals are trained by an experienced farmers, so they can know more about the farming practically.
Why do you want to give this to students? Why don't you give it to the generic public?
Sir, Sir, anyone, sir, individuals or a students, likely a farming agriculture sector is a developing sector, no, sir. It's a most important sector. So I like to invest, or my idea is to give a practical farming courses to the people by an experienced.
That's a good one. That's a good one. It should not be just a course, but it should be something beyond.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it should be something very beyond, where you should be able to take these specific things to the next level or to the extreme level of the requirements.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there are a lot of people who are doing the similar activities, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? But what is that which we are doing different? That plays an important, because you're an entrepreneur. You're not just a solution giver. No, you're an entrepreneur. It is your own product. It should have that zeal within you.
Yes, sir. We need to come
Okay,
up.
go ahead.
That's it, sir. This was my idea.
Now that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Start putting it into practice.
Thank you, sir.
Good. You're alone or you're having a team? You're in mute. So good, interesting. So I have another, if I'm not wrong, another 10-15 minutes, but still there is something which is important, which I would like to take it forward for you people. Okay, let me quickly share my screen further. And if anyone is having any questions, please do raise. Now, what I wanted you people, as an entrepreneur, you need to develop an employee in such a way that he should not be an employee, but he should be like an entrepreneur. It is not entrepreneur, it is entrepreneur. Meaning an employee should be thinking like as you are thinking, the owner of the organization. Employee should also be felt the same. And then when you give that responsibility, that ownership to someone, instead employee would be slow, and he would be, the moment you give someone, for example, someone calls Shravya and says that, hey Shravya, now you are the marketing head. Now go giving your thought process, each and everything. But that doesn't mean that you are going to leave Shravya. You are going to tell, educate where and all is needed. So then instead of an employee, a marketing employee, he becomes an entrepreneur within the organization. He, from a slow speed, he would be going to a high speed. And instead of getting problems, he will start getting solutions, and he would be in actions. Instead of being a consumer, he becomes a contributor. Instead of being reactive and push to start, he would be self-reliant. He should be proactive. He will start doing his self-start. Now, instead of having an available time to time, he would be available all the time. Making sense, guys? So that is the way you need to treat your people. You need to make them as an entrepreneur. Tell them that you are the owner. Don't tell them, hey, you're supposed to come at 9 o'clock. Why the hell you did not come? Rather than that, this is needed. We are supposed to schedule this meeting. How effective we would have done? Yes, personal, family, life balance plays a very important role. But once when you give that particular thing, a ownership of the person, he is an authorized person to do it. He will ensure that he does it different. Okay. Now the same way, if you are making if you are treating as an employee, he would have a fixed pay. Instead, tell them that you do this specific thing, you have a variable model. This part is for yours, 10%, 15% of yours. Okay, I think most of you would have seen the Pushpa movie, right? I think people will be very active the moment I say Pushpa. Okay, you feel? I don't know. Okay, so in that movie, he says that now, he puts his feet on the top and says that, I'm not encouraging guys, on all sort of, unethical practices there. But, the percentage, he says that, now I am a business partner. Now, 4% of business, what I'm going to get. Then, your ownership plays a different thing. Okay, promotion in company, promotion of company. Okay, now, dream their plans. Okay, plan their dreams. Okay, they used to do a hard work. Now they start doing smart work. They blame others. They start correcting themselves. Okay, now he gets paid for the time he spends. He gets paid for the value which he creates. Now he's creating a value add. Now you are doing a value add for the organization. You are not working. You are the owner. You are going to, if I am the owner of the company, how I am going to act? If I am the owner of this particular process, how I am going to act? Those things plays a very important role. Making sense, my dear students?
Yes, sir.
Is it not different, guys? You should think in this way, correct? It should not be something like an employee, you log in at 8 o'clock, you log out at 5 o'clock, wash off your hand, come out. No. You agree?
Yes, sir.
Now, the thought process should be something of this particular way. Encourage trial and error, and failures are always allowed. You're putting a marketing guy there. That doesn't mean that, no, this fellow did not do. That means that you need to chop him off. No. Okay. You should create the cross-functional problem-solving war rooms. Create a war room. Ensure that everyone is joining and be available there. Okay. Now, what type of war rooms? It could be HR1, it could be finance, it could be marketing, it could be sales, it could be operations. Wherever you have, you create a war room. Ensure that you are available. Call all the relevant people. Put there. Start discussing rather than you wait for someone to come to office to take a decision. And most important thing, again, even here, the goal setting plays a very important role. Okay. Personal monitoring around the goal orientation plays a very important role. Okay. And get closer to the customers. Customer centricity plays a very important role. Your mission, your vision should always ensure that you are part of this customer success stories. You should ensure you are being part of, you are an integral part of your customer. Okay. You should not be thinking like, you are just giving a point to them and just coming out, but you are an integral part. Then, they will make you as an integral part, and there comes a wider spread. So as an employee, you should, as an entrepreneur, you should make your employee to be an entrepreneur and ensure that you are becoming more and more customer centric. You agree with me, my dear students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the next important thing is ESOPs plays a very important role. What is ESOP? Employee stock options. Be owner of the company. Now you are not only just an employee. Guys, another important thing, when you have employees like this, your attrition things will be taken care. Your people issues will get reduced. Your HR will be more effective. Your marketing people will be more effective. Your admin will be more effective. Your entire admin, you mean to say everyone, when they start feeling that you are the owner, you are taking, you are whole soul responsible for things, you get totally a different person out of the required things. And that gives a different career growth. Making sense? Now, the next important thing is every performance should be rewarded. Correct. Once when you start rewarding, what happens? Now I said that, Shravya, you have done a good job. Tomorrow what happens? Shravya will feel free to open her mouth and start discussing and make things more and more effective. You agree with me, my dear students?
Yes, sir.
So what do you feel that? Do you think that if you are joining a company as an employee, which one do you prefer, as an employee or as an entrepreneur? Or as an entrepreneur? Being with an entrepreneur. Along with an entrepreneur, your career growth here as an entrepreneur, your career growth will be at a degree of 80 to 85%. I'm sorry, 80 to 85 degrees, rather than being with a normal employee somewhere around 30 to 35 degrees. But still the career growth as an organization, that is the reason most of the organizations are growing, because most of the organizations are treating nowadays into entrepreneur model rather than just an employee model. You agree with these points?
Yes, sir.
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
And think of this one, students. For example, even in our college, okay, I would say that all the class leads or college representatives are being given an opportunity of being teachers until unless they are not appropriately utilizing the what do you say, the ownerships which are being given. Okay, or else that is a good thing, and that is a very good option, and you can think that as one of the practice which you can put it as a product and ensure that you make some people being more what do you say, owned model, so that they are be able to do, and they would be able to get more success within the college or within an organization. It could be anywhere, even in your home it happens. Think of a situation, एक दिन का डैडी बन गए तो कैसा होता है? Or you are understanding this important point, my dear students, right? Yes, no. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yes, sir, you're on.
So do you think that you know, if one of them gives us this sort of permission, we'll be very happy, right? So the thought process is something like, you know, you share the financial success with employees, and you know, coming to the considering the above points. Now beyond this, you know, whenever you share the financial success with the employee, how is that we are making the customer satisfaction? We need to ensure the company revenues are being taken into consideration. The cost controls, you know, you can certainly be taken care of, and we need to ensure that the forms of incentive are also being taken care. It may not be just only a bonus. It could be a merit. It could be commission based. It could be output based. It could be profit based. It could be co-partnership. It could be gain sharing, or it could be with reference to ESOPs also. Am I making, my dear students? Are you able to get it? So this is the way you can make your entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur, not only your attitude, not only your traits, but also you should be able to get something different for your own employees and make them more and more effective. Any questions? Come on, any questions? Hope you're not strained enough, right?
No, sir.
Was it interesting? Are you learning something different?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, I don't want, see, the reason why I'm asking this question is, I don't want my dear students to be part of the same bookish model. I want your people to come beyond. So am I taking there? That is what is my thought process. Okay, so the next thing is to continue there further little on that particular front. Let me know once when you're able to see my screen. Now, the 4 keywords of entrepreneurship innovation. Okay. Now, if you look into Google, I just wanted to take that as an example, whether it is Gmail or driverless car, Google Maps, Google Android, you know, the 4 keywords of entrepreneurship. These are some of the success stories, you know. Firstly, enable them to become opportunity scanners, producer, become their advocates, and make them the profit and loss business units heads and make them grow. So by doing this, you know, think of a situation. For example, Shravya is starting up her own business. She has a team of around 20 members, and along with the 20 members, she started her own organization. And you know, with that organization, you have a set of leads, managers, each and everything. Now these managers, they are not just like managers. You make them business unit heads, you make them in charge for their profit loss, each and everything. Then you know, you are going to start your own product, your own business, and as an organization, you are becoming a bigger organization, a bigger dream, a bigger success, and at last, you know, you are a successful entrepreneur. And don't you want to be?
We want to be, sir.
We
We
want to
want to be.
be.
We are speaking very slowly, stating that we want to be. I want it with a very high tone. Can everyone please release your mute and tell what is that you want it to be? Loudly.
We want to be,
Yes,
sir.
sir. We want to be entrepreneur.
Okay, by doing an entrepreneur to one level, you do it, you know, beyond that, you know, things will go beyond the things for you. Now with that said, you know, I keep things I open for questions for you people. Any questions? I don't want to take long time because you know it's virtual, and that too, you know, it's the time for lunch. Yes, open for questions. Any questions?
Sir, thank you for the excellent session. I think there are no questions.
Oh, okay, great. So that's pretty much from my side, Madam Salome and the respected principal and the respected co-hosts and the respected in charges. And I'm glad. Please do reach me for any questions. You can park your questions or maybe you can
Sir,
WhatsApp your questions. We're
sir,
glad.
I think there are no questions, sir. I thank you very much, sir, for wonderful session.
I'm glad, madam. Thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Sir, now I request Vaishnavi of BCom 3D to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you.
Vaishnavi?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vaishnavi from BCom Computers. I'm here to express vote of thanks. I would like to thank the speaker of today's webinar, Mr. Sri Krishna Chandra Mirthapati. Thank you for organizing a workshop on entrepreneurship skill, attitude, and behavior development. It was a pleasure to attend, and it helps us to articulate parts of our role well and consider new aspects of leadership qualities, self-discipline, creativity, innovation. We will be able to carry the lessons learned here going forward. And I thank our Commerce Department for arranging such an informative session. And I would like to thank Salome ma'am for giving me an opportunity to give vote of thanks. And but not the least, I thank all the classmates for
Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful session. Thank you so
I'm
much for the valuable input, sir. We will be looking forward to more and more sessions like this in future.
Thank you so much, madam. And I'm glad anytime, any help for you people.
Yeah. Thank you all once again.
Thank you so much. Take care and bye for now.
Thank you, sir. Students, feedback link will be posted in the group. Please fill the feedback form so that you will be provided with e-certificates. Salome madam has posted the feedback link. Please fill the feedback link so that you will be provided with e-certificates. Sapna, please stop the recording.